Alright, back. Mercy Sports Talk, another edition of Draft Spotlight. Let's get into it. Miles Boykin from Notre Dame, 4-year senior guy. You rarely see those in college football or basketball these days. 6'4", 220 pounds. Ran a 4.42, 12 reps to 225. Not that good, and we explained that, how that translates to the NFL. He has a 43.5 vertical, athletic, projected to go round 2 or 3. His NFL comparison, Kenny Galladay. Watch this tape. Good jump ball receiver. A lot of the guys, trying to steal the since Calvin Johnson got here, that's the standard for a receiver for the Detroit Lions, at least for the fans. 6'4", 6'5" receiver that's tall. And people call it a jump ball receiver, but not necessarily. You got to be that tall to be effective. Some of the best receivers were smaller. Steve Smith, Deshaun Jackson, Antonio Brown, and there's some good big receivers nowadays. You got to remember with big receivers, they shelf life a little shorter because there's a lot of body to hit when they go up there. I got to forget about my boy Hines Ward as well, former Georgia quarterback, but excellent height and length, good catch radius, hell of an athlete. Good catcher catch with his hands. Good jumper, jumping and high point the ball. Like I said, good jump ball receiver. And that's it. The problem with him is that creating separation from DBs. The press corners get up on him. He's not strong enough, or he's not physical enough. I think it's more the strength to get press DBs off of him. So his get off, he ain't really learned how to, really jab those corners off of him and create that separation. A lot of that got to do with technique and him getting physically stronger. And why Detroit would be a good place for him is because he wouldn't be asked to come in and start right away. He'd be able to get stronger in the weight room throughout camp. Get stronger in the legs, get stronger in the chest and the upper body and core. He'd be able to learn behind Marvin Jones, and next year possibly succeed him. If the Lions wanted to get rid of Marvin Jones, he'd be ready to go after a year. But it's all technique with him. It's all strength and technique. As far as the position, intermediate, catching those short routes, he can do it. Catching them down the field, he can do it. Amazing red zone threat. Of course, he's a bigger receiver, so it's going to become harder to get in and out of breaks for him. So he got to polish his route running, similar to Kenny Galladay as well too. And also his whole thing is just, being physical with corners, getting corners off of them, not getting jammed at the line of scrimmage. If you can really, right now, if you wanted him to really come in there and play and start, you really had to design and line him up off the line, put him in bunch formations, put him in motion, so the DBs can't put hands on him. You know what I'm saying? But if he's able to learn how to beat press corners and get them up off of them, use his strength and get on top of them, they will have to play him deep. You know what I'm saying? Because he can get deep, vertical, 4.42. He could be a Swiss Army knife as far as receivers. He can, slant on the inside. He can fade on the outside. He can post corner routes. Learn to run. And he could be a jack of all trades. He got the speed to run in 9, the deep post. So, he's somebody to look at for the Lions. When you talk about receivers, he kind of go under the radar. Some really good receivers that's expected to go second round or later. The Neal kid from Arizona State is one of my favorite guys. I'll get to him a little bit later, maybe tomorrow. You got, the other guy from Iowa State, pretty good, Akeem, I think his name is. So you got a lot of different guys out here that you possibly can go get. Miles Boykin might be a guy that can go second, might go third, probably could slide in the third. If the Lions really looking to eventually replace Marvin Jones maybe next year, what better way to replace him with a bigger receiver? A guy that's just probably faster than he is as a veteran at this point. And, had Kenny Galladay and Boykins. And, hopefully, in my opinion, hopefully Brandon Powell can beat out Danny Amendola or really seize that position at some point. And you could be set at receiver. So that's something to look at. Miles Boykin, from Notre Dame. And eventually, probably tomorrow, tomorrow Wednesday, I do a mock draft. I do my favorite players in the draft as well too. Something to look at. So I'll be working early tomorrow. A lot of finalizing draft spotlights and polishing things up tomorrow and Thursday. We do some more work, and then we'll be suited and booted for the draft, ready to go. Remember last year, epic Frank what the fuck pick. Hopefully we don't have that this year, but remember round 1 is Thursday. Rounds 2 and 3 I think maybe Friday, and then Saturday they conclude the draft. Motor City Sports Talk. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Reach out to the email. Let me know how you feel. We go.